What's up, everybody? Welcome to the DFS Dose Best Ball Brunch here on Father's Day. Shout out to all the fathers out there. How we doing, Joe?
Shout out to all of them. So might be a light stream today. You know, people are out hanging out with their families, spending time with their kids, going out to brunch instead of drafting. So if you're watching this on replay, make sure you subscribe to the channel, like the stream. It helps us out a ton. So make sure you do that. And today we are going to be drafting another Best Ball Mania 3 entry. You know, we're just gonna pretty much cycle through each site as the offseason goes on. Back on Underdog today. $2 million the first, $1 million the second, $1 million for the most points. Should be fun. $25 entry. I'm ready whenever you are, sir.
I am ready.
All
right.
So we click yes at the same time.
All right. 3, 2, 1.
All right. We're in a new one, so we got 9 spots available.
All right. Plenty of time, people. Plenty of time. Plenty of time to get in here, get drafting with us.
How are you feeling today?
Oh, like absolute hell. Got I don't know, some kind of throat infection. Not strep, but like strep's little cousin, I guess. I don't know.
Zach, shout out to Zach. So 7 more people. Yeah, been a little under the weather, huh? What if your throat closes up midstream and then I have to like run up to your room and like give you mouth to mouth?
I mean, it'd be good for the content. Holy shit. I mean, that'd be a good friend right there.
Gonna have to fucking pick you up and take you to the fucking hospital. At least it's pretty far, or not pretty far. At least it's pretty close.
Just make sure if you do that you adjust the camera so we get it all on camera. We could go viral, get some clout. Before you save me, get the camera on focus.
Just make sure I'll zoom in the camera. I'll turn the little dial on the webcam. Yeah. Make sure everything's straight.
Yeah.
Sorry, Ben. You got to wait 30 seconds.
That's all right, bro. For the clout, anything for the clout.
Still waiting on 7. I thought this would have been filled by now, but it's probably going to be a slower day for sure. It's a holiday.
A lot of dads in the fantasy space,
A lot, yeah. A lot of dads. Yeah, we don't have any children. So perks of being 2 of the younger people in the industry.
I mean, after we do this stream though, I'm about to have 3 children on the basketball court.
Dude's throat is closing up. He's about to go to the ER, but we're gonna play basketball after this.
Yeah, exercise is good, bro. I gotta get the blood pumping.
Yeah, no, you're right. 6 people. Still a bunch of time.
You know what I want to do with this draft? I want to switch things up. I've been thinking about BBM3. And everybody's so, hyper focused on week 17 and these correlations and this and that. Shouldn't we be focused on winning the most season points instead? It's easier to do. You don't have to advance. It's less time. It's only 14 weeks, right? Not 17. You're not going to get knocked out. And it's a different draft strategy. Your teams are going to naturally be different because you're not building for the playoff correlations.
And, I mean, it's a way just in general to get unique or uniquer in your drafts. And maybe you hit on 1 or 2 teams that get lucky and score a bunch. And obviously those teams are going to advance if they score a bunch or they're in contention. Yeah, who knows? I think it's probably a good strategy to do that with, a percentage of your teams. Obviously, not with all of them. I would probably do like if you're 115. I don't know what's a good number, like 5%, 8%, somewhere around there.
Yeah, probably.
Or maybe 16%, because isn't that how many teams advance or something? Just keep it in line with that. But yeah, I mean, that's definitely something to think about.
I might just go for all points on this team. That might be the vibes.
Just draft like you're on drafters.
Now on Underdog, that's just so hard because it's going to be so touchdown dependent.
Yeah.
Just got to be like the best guesser of touchdowns ever.
Yeah. Which obviously we're not too good at predicting. Oh, you got the 101 though.
Let's go.
That's a good start for your total points build.
Bro, I have had like 50 drafts on Underdog. This is my first 101. No cap. I literally have. I'm about to get my first Jonathan Taylor share on Underdog this offseason. I feel like a fucking kid on Christmas right now.
I got the 105, so in the middle of the draft.
Let's go, bruh. Finally not picking from like 9.
Yeah. Yeah, Zach's at 4. He's the only one in this draft that I recognize at least. So hopefully it's not a sharper draft. All right, 101 here. You taking anybody not named Jonathan Taylor? No.
Boom, boom. Let's go.
That's your first share on Underdog?
Yep.
Dang. So you've been running a little bad. Maybe this is the start of your run, though.
That would be sick. Just get a bunch of 101s.
It all evens out.
It's going to be a totally different build for me because I never get these 101s.
I don't love Jamar Chase at the 105.
Oh?
But no. I don't love that, to be honest. But I mean, he has the ceiling to win weeks when it matters, so Influencer 101. Yeah, they gave it to him today.
Hell yeah. Wow, time.
Oh, shit. My volume is way too high. All right. Eckler, Dalvin.
Pretty standard.
See, I'm not used to drafting in the front of the draft. Usually I get the back end of the draft every single time.
It's a whole new world right now.
Yeah.
Full of possibilities.
So with drafting Jamar Chase and getting that, elite wide receiver 1, hopefully I can get, an Aaron Jones or Fournette on the bring back. If not, I could be forced into a 0 RB build here. 101 is tricky. You can get locked out of top quarterbacks if you don't plan for it. Got to take that into consideration, Benny.
This dude, Patrick Barnes YouTube in our draft. Got like 400,000 subscribers on YouTube. It's all dog videos. He's on Underdog. What's going on here?
Oh, shit. 400K? It's all dog videos?
Yeah.
Nice. What kind of dogs?
I don't know, like little cute ones, like tiny ones.
Word. Yeah, it's enlightening to get a top 5 pick. Yeah, I don't ever have a top 5 pick on any site, so it is very refreshing to get an early round pick when you're not used to it. But if you draft a lot of teams, it evens out. So
Get locked out of top QBs. Yeah. I feel like instinctually with the 101, I guess it depends on who falls, but I feel like that's like prime time for like a AJ Brown, Jalen Hurts stack.
Yeah.
We'll see how it falls.
See, right here, I think I have a lot of ways I can go. I can go with a running back here, or I could go with T. Higgins and try and set myself up for the Bengals double stack.
Mm-hmm.
Personally, I don't think I'll go that route. Just because, there are games where both of them hit, but I really do think that's one or the other that's hitting in most weeks.
I mean, without a doubt, but if the Bengals offense
over
goes
the course
nuclear,
of the year, yeah.
yeah,
But Mark Andrews here is at a value.
yeah, it's pretty good.
Yeah, I ain't doing it though.
Ooh,
we talked about it on our pod with rising players. I'm starting to come around to Saquon this year as a workhorse
man.
running back. 2 years removed from ACL, still one of the better running backs in the NFL when healthy, in my opinion. Maybe we're just wish casting his, early career performances at this point, but
Yeah.
I think he still has something in the tank.
That one's tough for me. I don't know if I could pull the trigger in the second round on Saquon there, especially over guys like Lenny and Kamara. Like,
Well, Kamara, I'm kind of just staying away from because of a potential suspension. But
yeah.
at the back end of the second round, it's hard not to take him there.
Mm-hmm.
But I think Saquon is just guaranteed to play more games. And then Leonard Fournette, yeah, I was debating between Lenny and Saquon, and you could definitely lean Leonard or over Saquon.
I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and take Lenny here. That makes a lot of sense, I think.
Yeah,
And I'll just go with my, my favorite player this entire offseason, Mike
yeah,
Williams. Let's go. Easy.
I like it. Yeah, just for me, I think the opportunity cost is just way too high. Personally, it may not be right or wrong, just a personal opinion. I just can't draft a tight end that early.
Hmm.
Um, Especially when you can get some, decent tight ends later in the draft, in my opinion, with like Dallas Goedert and Dalton Schultz and TJ Hawkinson, 5-6 rounds later. I just personally cannot do it. So right here, not going Javonte. It's either Keenan or Josh Allen. Or actually, I'm gonna go Hollywood there.
Getting a little aggressive with your ADPs, bro. 6 spots.
Got to get unique, huh?
Hey,
Early
yes,
third
so
round for Hollywood Brown.
got 2
Let's go.
potential high end quarterback stacks, depending on which one you want to go with.
Yeah. Yeah, no, just trying to get a little different.
I'm not drafting Barkley, but I see his upside. Giants should be much better. Yeah, it's really like the main crux of the debate that Joey and I have been having. It's like the workload opportunity is definitely there. I just don't know. It's like everyone wants to buy into the other pieces of the Giants offense because of the way Brian Dable ran it. But if that's the case, then are these running backs really going to be a huge factor on this offense? We'll see.
Yeah, but I mean, we talked about it. You're not featuring Devin Singletary and Zach Moss. You're just not.
I mean,
It's
Devin
that simple.
Singletary's been better more recently than Saquon Barkley has.
I mean, yeah, better team situation though. Everything has context around it.
True. Damn, Brees at 37. Woo.
Jerry Jeudy, Cortland Sutton, the Denver guys going early 4th round now. Jalen Waddle fell a little bit.
I mean, those picks at the turn were pretty egregious. 10 picks on Cam Akers for a reach, 12 picks on Breece Hall for a reach. I mean, shit, it's unique, but giving up a lot right there.
Yeah. I'm up to bat here. What are we at? We're at 44. And, I could go Waller here. I think that makes a ton of sense. Or I could just keep stacking wide receivers and go Allen Robinson or Terry McLaurin. I'm going to go Terry here.
Okay. Don't hate that. Demont.
Yeah, I was watching a couple streams the other day, and I was watching a stream with like Hayden and Josh and TJ, and he was talking about Terry McLaurin, and he brought up some good points about how, like, you just want to buy talent at wide receiver, and he's going to be like a 25% target share guy. So
Right.
I think I kind of want to start getting some shares of Terry McLaurin and like Carson Wentz. Whatever you think about him, it's probably the best quarterback that Terry has had in his career.
Yeah, that's fair.
So, yeah, they brought up some good points, it was TJ specifically. So I kind of want to start being in on Terry McLaurin a little bit because of what he said. So shout out to him. And he's just a baller. Like, everybody knows that.
Terry?
Yeah.
Yeah, but he's got the contract issues. I mean, it's not like he's actually going to sit out any games, but
yeah,
it isn't probably great that he's missing, all these practice periods with a new quarterback.
Yeah.
Wentz throws a good deep ball. Yeah. Is that true?
I mean, I don't want to take Kyler over Lamar here. I could just sacrifice. I'll just go DK. I'll take the value. Somebody's gonna snag Kyler, but it's whatever. I don't know if that was correct. Maybe I should have reached.
How many picks?
It was like 7 or 8.
Probably not, because at that point, you're just getting that entire stack at a bad price.
Yeah.
You got to take a risk and hope that you luck into them.
Which, I mean, it's possible. I mean, only one person in front of me has a quarterback, though, so.
Yeah. He's probably gone, bro.
Yeah. I mean, Lamar will probably go soon. Let's see. Lamar goes. Darnell Mooney.
Damn, Darnell, 59.
Yeah, so went wide receiver heavy to start, so I'm probably only going to draft 8 or 9 on this team. So that's how I'm approaching the rest of my draft. Depending on what happens here in these next couple of rounds, I could be into a 3 quarterback build, and probably going 3 tight ends with this team. He's not taking a quarterback, and this dude's probably not taking a quarterback. So I got to sweat 3 spots unless they double dip.
Stranger things have happened.
Stranger things have happened. Oh, Jalen Hurts above Kyler.
I mean, shit though, you got Joe Burrow too for your chase stack. Like you're kind of sitting pretty no matter what.
I mean, realistically, I would love Kyler and Joe Burrow and just be done.
Yeah, that would be fire.
And it looks like I'm gonna get Kyler. Unless this dude is watching the stream. If Coach Bruce, if you're watching the stream and you take Kyler Murray, I'm going to be tight. All right, there we go. Kyler fell. Perfect. It worked out.
There you go.
It worked out.
Sometimes you got to take risks in life, you know?
Yeah. Zach takes Dalton Schultz. Solid.
Damn, bro. Wide receiver is drying up right now.
Yeah. I kind of like my build. Yeah, Kyler, Joe Burrow would be sweet. Yeah, if Joe Burrow falls, I think I'll just take the double dip, be done at quarterback, have 2 higher upside stacks, and go from there. And probably go. I'm looking at 5 or 6 running backs with this build. Especially you coming. Oh wait, door's locked. Never mind. Yeah.
Double dipping it.
Yeah.
Is that my coffee, bro?
Yeah, your coffee's here.
Fuck yes. Let's go. Who drafted T? Somebody after me because I passed on him at the turn.
T. Higgins he's up.
Appreciate you. What's up, Chino? I see Chino here. Come on, Joe. That's Chino.
Oh, Joe Burrow here. Yeah.
Shout out to fucking Jared, man. Just coming in super clutch.
Hella clutch
with the brunch, man.
With the Duncan.
What a guy. Gotta love that.
So I got the double dip.
Damn, you got Burrow too.
Both at value.
Oh yeah, that coffee's doing wonder for the strep throat. Holy shit.
That caramel coffee.
Oh yeah.
So I got Jamar, Saquon, Hollywood, Terry, DK, Kyler, Joe Burrow.
Pretty solid. You got to just start hammering running back pretty soon.
Yeah. Well, you know, they say you got to draft as if you're right. So drafting Saquon that high, assuming he stays healthy and the Giants' offense improves quite a bit.
Mm-hmm.
Join drafters immediately. 2 spots left.
Double draft.
Just go back and forth.
Oh, damn. Immediately or imminently. Bob. I'm kind of in the mood to just do some drafts today, low key. I might be in trying to get some volume on DraftKings today.
Yeah, you're gonna see Ben Hover in the fucking lobby today for sure.
Yeah, no bullshit. After we do this, we're gonna go play basketball, and then I am in bed for the day, drafting, chilling, trying to get healthy.
Yeah, you need to stop going out every night.
Who?
I'm getting sick, bro. You're sick more than anybody I know.
That's not even true, dude. I haven't been, the other week, our whole house had COVID except for me.
I did not have COVID.
I mean, you had COVID like low key.
No, I took a test. It was negative.
Man, Alan Lazard in the 8th round. If that ends up paying off, I will be just absolutely floored this year. I couldn't see like an easier pick to avoid.
So right here, I mean, running back is just dry.
Well, you got to go with your homer pick and take Damian Harris, part of the five-headed backfield in New England.
It probably is the correct pick there. He scored 15 touchdowns last year, Ben.
I would take under 10 this year.
I mean, maybe.
Touchdowns
are obviously, unpredictable.
Mm-hmm.
But he's still, in my opinion, the goal line back for the Patriots.
So, Joey, what about Tyler Boyd in the 10th, 11? What about Dalton in the 8th as a week 17, not week 27? But
yeah, I got a lot of options. Got a lot of options.
You didn't take a tight end, right?
No, I don't have a tight end. So Dawson Knox is definitely in consideration for me at this point.
By the way, there was some news that O.J. Howard is struggling pretty heavily with the Bills. So, I mean, if he's not a factor, Knox repeat season coming up.
Mm-hmm.
Holy shit, I'm on the turn. I was not even paying attention. Shit. All right, I'll just take a value.
About to get auto drafted.
No, I got CPAT for that, and then I mean, god damn, Treylon Burks.
Fake news.
Treylon Burks was 28 picks after 80 or 20 picks after ADP. That's a crazy value. What's fake news? OJ Howard?
Yeah.
I don't know if it is.
I think you're capping.
I don't think so.
I mean, TJ Hawkinson is getting to be a low value himself. Oh, Zach took him. So I could go Goddard, Knox here. It's really just between Knox and James Cook. So it's like structurally, does it make more sense to go with my tight end 1 here or an RB3?
Probably a running back, right?
Yeah, I think so personally, and it's still a bring back.
Yeah. No, I think that's definitely the correct call. Where did I see that OJ Howard story? I need to.
Because if James Cook hits, he's in, like the best offense in the NFL. So.
Do I have the ability to put my screen on this or no?
Mm-hmm. Just share your screen.
Is that working? Yeah. So, as you can see, Joe Biscaglia, who I've met in Buffalo actually more than once, is reporting that OJ Howard has not looked like a dynamic pass catcher. Specifically, his route running has jumped out. He has not been quick in and out of his breaks, which could hamper his ability to deceive defenders and separate blah, 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 whatever else he said.
Damn.
So, OJ Howard, not fake news, bop. And second of all, I'm all in on another Dawson Knox year. I really am. It's just like the man catches touchdowns, and I don't expect very much touchdown regression for that Bills offense.
Mm-hmm.
Alan Lazard is based like base god.
Base god, he said.
Ayuk was supposed to be good last year. Ayuk was pretty good last year, low key. Down the stretch?
At the end, he was solid.
I mean, wasn't he like really solid, more than people realized down the stretch, if I'm not mistaken?
I mean, Dawson Knox, 15 picks past ADP.
Yeah,
Thanks.
you're absolutely lit. Yeah, Brandon Ayuk was the wide receiver 14 in points per game from week 9 on. He was like literally a high-end wide receiver too. Let me just double check real quick. All right. One of our most recent podcasts was talking about correlations for all the players in the first round. I'll definitely take Kenny Galladay here right at ADP to correlate week 17 with JT. Any good tight end value? Not really. Running back. I guess I can take a shot on Madison. Quarterbacks, nothing too interesting here. Yeah, I'll go Madison.
I was hoping Madison would fall. That was a pipe dream. All right. So
Rojo,
right here,
Pierce, running back run. You gotta. I mean,
Yeah,
you could get Rondale too.
I'm not drafting Rondale more.
Why not, bro? You're getting one of the Avengers at a really cheap price.
I mean, it kind of does make sense for this team. So actually, I will take him just because I do have Kyler, and it gives me a double stack. And I mean, yeah, he might be a little person. Isn't that the correct term nowadays?
Mm-hmm. A small individual, I think.
Yeah, he's a smaller individual, but he did show some kind of big play upside.
Yeah,
He's explosive and athletic and whatnot. He's just short, It's like
pretty sure he absolutely like blew up in week 1, right? It was like week 1 or week 2. He just went crazy and then was like a non-factor for the rest of the year and averaged like 1 yard per route run or some shit.
But either way, it makes sense for my team. So
oh yeah,
I'll take him there.
I mean, he is the wide receiver too, right? Like for the first 6 weeks.
Mm-hmm.
Unless it's like AJ Green, and I mean, God.
Mm-hmm.
Let's end that fairy tale, please.
You the real MVP. All right. Now we're getting into the back half of the draft. This is where millions of dollars are won. You need to hit on these later round players, I should say, if you want a chance. So, who are some guys that like you target personally once you get past round like 11, 12?
Huh. Let me I can tell you right now, sir. How do you look at your exposures on desktop? Underdog. Drafts, live, results, NFL. Nope. Live, NFL. Nope. Well, a lot of guys that I know I have high exposure to, like late, are like DJ Chark and James Robinson. Or no, I'm sorry, not James Robinson. James Washington, actually, is a guy that I have a lot of exposure to. Both of those guys just always seem to be good values. I think that they have spike week potential. Damn, Josh Palmer goes pretty early, like excruciatingly early.
Hey, I mean, we talked about Palmer. He kind of should be. I mean, he should be going in the top 50. 5 wide receivers and not the top 70.
I agree, but
in the 12th round, that's a little expensive. I think for my team, I think the player that makes the most sense here is Darrell Henderson as kind of that, player that can improve if things work out for him in terms of, the player in front of him, which is Cam Akers, and he's the pass catching back, in my opinion. And, in the last game that we saw out of the Rams, Darrell Henderson played above Cam Akers on pass downs. Obviously, the expectation is that Cam Akers is like the full workhorse. But I think Darrell Henderson is good enough to carve out a role for him on the offense. And then if anything were to happen to Cam Akers, you're getting a workhorse in the 12th round. So
yeah, no,
just a clear cut handcuff running back that I think makes sense as, an RB4 on this team, and hopefully it works out.
I will take Freiermuth at a pretty great ADP value here. And then this is the 13th, so all right, this will be my last running back selection. I'll go Spiller just for a little team correlation with my Chargers stack. I don't know if I needed necessarily to go 5 running backs on this team, especially with, 2 in my top 3, maybe not, but I really feel like my wide receiver core is pretty good. And I'm only going 2 quarterbacks with Herbert, so
I think here for me it's Chark or a tight end. But I don't want to take Hunter Henry because I have Damian Harris, right? And the way Damian is getting there is through touchdowns. The way Hunter Henry is getting there is through touchdowns as well. So I don't think that correlates well. So I'll take DJ Chark, a guy that you just talked about that.
Love it.
You're higher on in the later rounds as my wide receiver 6.
Another boost for Chark is that the reports are that, Jameson Williams is like, it was hit or miss whether or not he was going to be ready for the season. I don't think he is anymore. They're rumoring like October now. So, I mean, if Williams is out for 4 to 5 weeks, like I feel like Chark's going to get off to a pretty great start. Always enjoy drafting with y'all. It's fun. Thanks, Zach. It's always a good time, best ball brunch, chill. Joey's got a bacon, egg, and cheese on croissant. I've got my coffee. Hopefully you guys out there got some nice breakfast going on while we're drafting. Maybe some champagne, a little mimosa type vibe.
How do you feel about Tyrion Davis Price?
I don't like it at this point in the draft. Like I would rather have the other running backs that went in this round for sure. Carter, Gainwell. I mean, not Algier, but like Darrell Williams, Khalil Herbert coming up, James Robinson coming up. Like, especially if you're getting them at ADP, like another round from now, definitely prefer them.
Yeah.
I mean, just like other than Eli Mitchell, I just don't know what that backfield is going to be like.
Yeah, because I mean, you have Eli, Jeff Wilson, Trey Sermon, and Tyrion Davis Price here, and I think the expectation around Price in the fantasy community, at least, is that he immediately steps in as the RB2 with a chance of, eating into Eli Mitchell's workload. And I could be totally wrong, but I think just from a athletic profile standpoint, Eli and Tyrion Davis are pretty close. Or I think Tyrion Davis might be like the grinder. So I think people are projecting him to, eat into at least the rushing volume of Elijah Mitchell year 1. But I don't know if I really buy that too much.
Yeah, I don't know if I do either.
So
there's some wild picks going on here, like that are kind of going like under the radar. I mean,
George Pickens in the 14th round.
Dude at the turn took Robbie 10 picks ahead of ADP and took Tannehill 30 picks ahead of ADP.
I mean, Marvin Jones is a better pick than like 10 of these wide receivers that just went.
Oh, yeah.
In my opinion.
I agree. Marvin is like so hardcore slept on this year.
Yeah, I'm taking Marvin.
That's a good pick. I mean, damn, Trevor's still available too. That's kind of crazy. 20 picks. Oh, there he goes. Yeah. Zach ain't letting that value sustain anymore. Good pick. Good pick.
Nah, I think Marvin Jones is probably one of the best, late round receivers this year. Especially if we see improvement with Trevor Lawrence and just the offensive environment in general with Doug Peterson. Obviously, anything from Urban Meyer is an upgrade. So we should see improvement there. And Marvin Jones, he's just a solid player.
Always has been. Honestly.
And he's going to be on the field every play. Literally. Every single play, Marvin Jones is going to be on the field.
Take Daniel Jones for my Kenny Galladay stack here. 9 picks of ADP value. Go ahead, double down on Gerald Everett for my tight end 2. Make that a double stack with Herbert. This team's just literally coming together perfectly. I love it.
Said Pickens is a stud. You tripping? Yeah, I mean, he is a stud, I think. But he's also attached to Mitch Trubisky or Kenny Pickett. So
yeah, and at best is what, like the 5th option in the offense behind Najee, Claypool, Deontay, Freiermuth.
do I go to Joku or Fant here?
Oh no, bro. Probably Higbee. No, I don't know.
Nah, Higbee and Knox have the same bye.
Thinking ahead.
Yeah. Nah, I mean, Trubisky throws a dime, said no one ever.
That dude Trubisky is dog water, and he
He's
is not
hot
making it
fucking
past week
garbage.
5 starting. I'll tell you that right now.
That's if he even starts week 1.
Yeah. I mean, I think a full season of Pickett is well within the range of outcomes.
I agree. I mean, they traded up for him, right?
Mm-hmm. Or no. Pickett?
Or no. I mean,
I think he fell.
Yeah, he fell to him. I could definitely see him starting week 1. But Deontay, Claypool, Freiermuth, Najee, Pickens. There's a lot of mouths to feed in that offense. Nah, Trubisky just had a baby.
Damn. All right. We shouldn't disrespect him on Father's Day then. But that boy is dog water. Man, there are some dead teams in this league.
Pickett still wears diapers.
Just straight roasting this, man.
Is this dude Bop a Steelers fan? Are you a Steelers fan?
No, if he was a Steelers fan, he'd be hype about Pickett. You got any late Falcons on your radar for your Cardinals bring back? You want to try and get Bryan Edwards in the last round?
Yeah, I was thinking about it, but like I just think you don't need a bring back with bad teams.
Yeah, I mean the Cardinals could drop 35, go
Yeah.
like 35-7 and you're straight.
Yeah.
Like,
Which is probably likely. So that's a good game though to target. That's why I like the Cardinals, and they'll have Hot back by that time. Probably gonna have to win to improve their playoff seeding or get in the playoffs. Small hands can't even hold a Whopper. Damn.
Dude's just roasting Kenny Pickett.
Yeah, what did Kenny Pickett ever do to you guys?
That's crazy. And we really coming down to the stretch here.
I mean,
game plan for this turn.
We talked about JD the other stream.
Yeah,
Dude's
I've been
just gonna score
to
points. That's just period.
Yeah, I've been coming around to him.
Like, he's not the flashy, most talented guy in the league, but he's gonna be out there. He's gonna score points, even with Gibson and Brian Robinson there.
Mm-hmm.
Like, he's gonna be the pass down back. It's that simple. Turned down an offer from Buffalo to go back to Washington. They must have said, like, your role is locked up. Like, it's entrenched.
All right. Am I burning this pick on Kendrick Bourne? Is he gonna do anything for me? Maybe.
Yeah. No, I like Kendrick Bourne.
I'm gonna go Bourne, and then I'm going to go with Nico Collins, who I do like. I think he should be going ahead of Mechie, but I mean, I guess that's speculative.
Pittsburgh cheated us out of that Super Bowl, so Jerome Bettis could get his win. That's funny. I'm going Paris Campbell here. Let me not make any rash decisions here.
Do you still need you don't need another quarterback, right? Yeah. Oh yeah, you went
no.
Murray Burrow. Forgot.
Now the question is, for my team, do I take a 6th running back, which I think I can? I don't necessarily need to. Or do I take a tight end 3? I have Dawson Knox and David Njoku. What should I do, chat? How do you feel about Taysom Hill?
I think you have to take shots on him in some spots. I mean, literally, like, if there's one thing I learned last year about, my winning team, it was getting a player with a positional advantage, because of the way the sites classified him. It was having Cordero Patterson as a starting running back all year in my wide receiver slot on drafters. Like,
yeah. And I mean, he only made your lineup like 3 or 4 weeks, but those were still like valuable, points, especially from like a 18th, 19th round pick. So,
and a player who was very, very, very far sub 100% ownership, like,
because he started the season hot, obviously, but he didn't do shit the rest of the year. Like, I wouldn't be surprised if he didn't make your lineup like at all from week 8 on. But those early weeks, I mean, in the total points format, they all matter the same.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
So,
and like, that's the thing is, like, Jameis could be good all year and, miss 2 weeks, and like Taysom Hill's going to be starting, right? Like, I don't know who else, who's there.
Dalton. But the thing with Taysom Hill is there's still a chance
that he gets rushing touchdowns.
Yeah, there's a chance either way that he could still get some quarterback snaps, even with Andy Dalton as the QB2. Even though they did go out, they paid him a little bit of money. But Andy Dalton is Andy Dalton, right? And Taysom Hill is whatever. But there's still, even if it's a slight chance, like 0.01%, there's still a chance that he could get quarterback snaps at tight end. And then there's probably a higher possibility that he scores a couple rushing touchdowns, maybe catches a touchdown or 2, because they'll probably just use him as, a positionless player. Mm-hmm. And Underdog has him classified as a tight end.
There's absolutely value to be had there.
Yeah. And I mean, we see his ADP is 199 now.
Mm-hmm. I mean, that's a player who's getting drafted most of the time. So,
I'll take him.
That's solid. That is solid. I think I'm going to be going for a third tight end here, maybe. I don't know. Is there anybody even worth trying to shoot at here? Dolchich.
Last pick of the draft. Who you going with?
I mean, I've been taking this dude in like all my drafts lately.
You go tight end here.
Yeah, but there's like just nobody. I'm going Terrace. I love Terrace. He is free right now. Like, I just love it.
Wrong draft. I go back. All right. Let's take a gander. Good draft. So you're out of the 1.
Mm-hmm.
Zach out of the 4. I'm out of the 5.
Mm-hmm.
How do you feel about your team? Do you like it? Do you think it has a chance to win $1 million for most points, or $2 million to first?
I don't know. I think maybe 2 million to first. I don't know if this is necessarily a most points squad, but I like this team a lot. First share of JT, happy to get that. I think my running backs are very secure. Took a pretty bold stance on the Chargers. I've got one at every position: Herbert, Spiller, Mike Will, and Everett. Maybe that's an overstack for the team, but this is a team that I think could literally score the most points of any team in the NFL this year. Truthfully, I mean, I've had bets on the Chargers to win the Super Bowl since they came out on DraftKings during the actual NFL season. So I'm all about the Chargers this year. I love my wide receivers. I've got correlations with Galladay and Daniel Jones stacked up with Jonathan Taylor for Week 17 if we get there, and I like this team. Definitely solid. I probably could have gone with a third tight end instead of one of Nico Collins or Terrace Marshall. Maybe I should have gone Taysom there or Austin Hooper or something. But other than that, I feel pretty good about it overall for this draft for sure.
Yeah. No, I like your team. I think it's pretty solid for sure. And, Underdog, if you're watching, just have it to where you can click on the person and just have their team come up.
Yes.
Like Drafters has it.
Mm-hmm.
Like it would make it so much easier to review these teams. But anyways,
for your squadron,
yeah, kind of went with the what do you call it? The hero RB, kind of.
Yep.
Took one running back early, waited till the 8th round to grab my next running back. So went wide receivers with Jamar, Hollywood, Terry, as we can see. Double stacked both of them. Personally, I really like this team. I got both my quarterbacks at value. So I got Joe Burrow and Jamar Chase stack at a value. I got Kyler at a value. I reached on Hollywood Brown a little bit, 6 picks, almost 7, but I think that's fine.
I mean, yes, so 6 pick reach, but 7 pick fall on Kyler. You definitely got the stack at a good price.
Yeah. And then I basically was just a value on the rest of the draft. As we could see, DK value, Rondale, all these other guys pretty much ADP. Dawson Knox, Njoku, all my tight ends at value. So yeah, I mean, I personally like my team. I think it's pretty well constructed. I mean, we've talked about getting 2 top end quarterbacks and kind of just being done, especially with the fall off around like the 11th round at the quarterback position. So I kind of want to come out of these drafts with 2 guys, preferably one with a little bit of rushing upside. So I have that in Kyler, and then I have the clear pocket passer with Joe Burrow, double stacked, stacked up that Week 17 game with the Bengals and the Bills. Can't go wrong with that. So personally, I really do like this team, and hopefully it works out.
Yeah, it's definitely a solid squad.
I just had a lot of things fall right for me, and it's always nice when that happens. Like, I was debating between James Cook and Dawson Knox. I take James Cook. Dawson Knox falls 16 picks past ADP to my next pick.
Yeah.
Stuff like that. So Usually doesn't happen, but I'm glad it happened on this stream. And, you know, I think I could definitely make some noise with this team in this league.
Let's hope so. Take a look at Zach's team as well.
So he went with Dak and Trevor. I think that's fine. If you're taking Dak, you're probably only taking 2. DMOT, JK, Penny, Carter, James Robinson. I think the running backs are a little weaker personally, but made up for it with, you know, Justin Jefferson, Tyreek Hill, Michael Pittman, Tyler Lockett, Dalton Schultz. So he's got what? The Tolbert Schultz double stack for Dallas. Yep. And he's got Zay Jones, Trevor Lawrence, James Robinson for Jacksonville.
Yeah, I mean, God, getting that's a super unique tight end stack right there with, you know, Dak to Schultz and then getting TJ Hawkinson 15 picks past ADP.
Yeah.
That's pretty fire. I like that.
Yeah, from a construction standpoint, I think it's pretty perfect. I think 2-5-9, 2 definitely with Schultz and Hawk and Dak and Trevor Lawrence, and I think that's fine. But obviously, I'm lower on like JK and David Montgomery and those types of running backs. But he went wide receiver early, and I think if you are in that like 4 or 5 spot, I think you're kind of like pigeonholed into taking wide receivers.
Yeah, I mean it's a lot more open to me on full PPR sites where you can like get Eckler very comfortably there, but it's just hard to see like those guys, you know, outscoring I think Jamar Chase and Justin Jefferson. But
yeah,
I mean I'm so bullish on Chase this year, it's crazy. So
yeah.
Yeah, I mean, solid draft. Unfortunately, nobody else from like the Discord or anything popped in, so we don't really have a ton. Got some strobe lights going on there, about to give me epilepsy. Yeah. So that's about it, right? Anything else we gotta touch on here?
Oh, I mean, good draft. You know, Father's Day. Shout out to all the fathers out there. I just made 11 people my sons in this draft. So it's a good day. Now we're about to go play some basketball, and you know, I'm gonna dunk on you. So
yeah, okay. Yeah, you're chopped. You're absolutely chopped. I'm gonna give you a Warriors Game 6 performance coming up right here. Where you guys drafting later? I'll be on DraftKings today, I think. Just trying to get some more volume in on the $5. I am trying to max that. I've got like 40 right now. So maybe if I could get like 10 more of those, that'd be lit. But yeah, I mean, Eric, I don't know. I think you're in our Discord, maybe not. But if you aren't, you know, hop in the Discord channel. We're always just talking about when we're hopping in drafts. So you know, feel free to join. I think the link is in the replay to this video.
Yeah. Nah, everybody in our Discord, they're always like coordinating drafts and drafting together. It's a good time. So
yeah, for sure.
Yeah. Ben will be on DraftKings. I might hop in one if everybody else wants to do one later.
Yeah. So awesome, guys. Thanks for tuning in. If you're watching the replay, like and subscribe to the channel, and we'll be back with another stream next week, of course. And we'll talk to you guys